Hey guys. Hey, sorry for the long wait for the next unboxing. I actually had to rearrange my entire room, cleaning up, and also, for some odd reason, the usual places I try to, get this stuff ran out that week I was planning on getting it, so I had to wait another week for them to get more stock in. I actually didn't really want to do the whole entire online shipping thing just because I'm just not a big fan, and plus I'd rather go into a store and actually talk to people. And I guess the guys at my GameStop that I usually go to, they're amazing people, so I always love that interaction of the retail. I know some people have different experiences, so unfortunately I can't help you there at other places. So that's just my personal experience. But moving on. So you guys remember we did this guy. So now the next blaster on the list, and the second most expensive one, is the Mcree Revolver. Now, I am terrible with Mcree in Overwatch. I am not a sharpshooter, at all. So I usually play characters like Diva, just because the shotgun, and I like the defensive role rather than more of a balanced mid-range offensive attacker. So, but the revolver itself is an amazing design and looking weapon. Unfortunately, there's definitely a few drawbacks to this, and we'll get to them in the end. So let's get opening. All right. Now, a bit of a disclaimer. This was the last one in the store, and they found it in the back. And unfortunately, when I looked down the side here, it's already been cracked open. I was like, okay, so it's an unboxing of a unsealed item. Therefore, I am a little disappointed on that front. But hey, you know what? They got it for me. I'm completely happy because I called ahead of time anyway, and they were like, you know what? We'll hold on for you. So, all right, let's do this. Well, at least they don't need scissors. No tools required. Alright. Again, this is in a nice display case, and oh, that's not good. It's missing the little instruction booklet. Well, that's not the unboxing experience I wanted. Oh well, we'll just continue. We'll let the show continue. Let's check the box in here. Nope. Empty as a puzzle. Alright, so let's just go over the contents. Looks like the main stuff is here. Let's take a look, quick look inspection. Looks like no marks, no wear and tear, so it doesn't look like it was taken out, really. But then again, you can't really tell with this kind of packaging, because this packaging actually is meant to be sort of display case, for you to hold on to. So that if you want to, because these are meant to be collector's items, just like the Star Wars and the Diva pistol. But I have a philosophy where, you know what, toys are meant to be played with. That's why I actually collect Nintendo amiibos, and the Nintendo director said that their whole entire philosophy is they are toys that come to life and they're meant to be played with, not meant to sit in a box and gather dust around them. Therefore, you know what, open and play. That is where I go. So let's start with the main contents. One, we have the Overwatch rival darts. Now these are looks like slightly different green than the Diva ones. But it definitely has the Overwatch logo, as you can see right here. Really cool. And we have the blaster itself. No instruction booklets. Oh well. And a die-cast metal badge. I'm guessing this is where that extra that extra $20 is coming from. I mean, it's kind of cool. Definitely feels nice, and yeah, it's got a nice cold justice feel to it, but it just feels like definitely not worth that extra money. But remember, you are paying extra for that Overwatch logo franchise. So let's get this bad boy out. Actually, you know what? As a warning, let's go ahead and get these Overwatch rival things out so that when I pop it out, they don't go flying everywhere and I lose my balls. Also, if you guys hear any background noise, that actually is coming from my dog. He's actually right below me. He might appear in the end. Don't worry, I will not fire upon my pet. He is the best. Alright. Let's pop this sucker out. Alright. Again, like the Diva pistol, it is definitely larger than life scale design, but still just as cool to hold. Very comfortable grip for a normal adult size hand. For the little kids, maybe not as easy. I could definitely like if I took it to camp and let my let some of the campers hold it. I don't think they're gonna have an easy time holding it. They're probably gonna hold it like almost like an SMG style sort of hand cannon, I guess. But let's see here. Now we're just gonna treat this as a revolver. So with no instructions, let's freaking Leroy Jenkins this. So it looks like they have a hand breech and it fires. So do I pull all the way? How does this work? Alright, I'm back. I finally figured it out. Ugh. Alright. So this is actually kind of funky. And thank God you guys didn't have to sit through me trying to figure this out, because the more I tried to figure it out, the more I was actually kind of thrown off of why they call this a revolver, because this does not behave like a revolver. Let's face it. Alright, so this is how it goes. So in order to get to this quote revolver chamber, you actually have to prime by pulling back. Uh-oh. All the way. Wow, that... Dang. I don't know what kid is going to be able to pull that properly without struggling, because I was expecting a lot... Like, when I first pulled it, I thought I was not going to... I did not expect that resistance. But once you pull back, this revolver chamber will open and reveal where you can load the ball. Not the balls, the ball. So this is actually more of a hand cannon than an actual revolver. So, I don't know. I'm already not happy. But, still, it actually does, like, you know, otherwise the mechanics design actually does follow what you would find in the game, where how his revolver literally is kind of like a more futuristic space cowboy sort of a design work. So, the way it works, you put the ball in, drop it in there, squeeze in. Am I supposed to... That's a good question. Does it go all the way in? Wow. This is what happens when you do not have... where you do not have instructions. Alright. Next. You put it back forward. The ball is locked inside the chamber. And then you fire. Alright. And that's it to it. Of course, like any Nerf gun, you don't want to leave your spring-powered blasters primed all the time. That will wear down the springs really quickly. Much more than you would like rapid-fire a spring blaster, because at least you're letting that thing move. Whereas if it's constantly being compressed, it just, you know, weakens it and starts staying in that state. So in order to not lose the ball, I'm just going to fire it into my hand. Ow. There you go. It's about the same. It's going to be about the same kind of experience that you have with the Diva pistol. But the benefit of the Diva pistol is that it you can actually fit 3 rounds in there and fire. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Like if you scale down the firing rate, like yeah, Diva's pistol is meant to shoot faster and have a little bit more ammo. And Mcree is only got 6 shots and fires a lot slower. And they're supposed to hit harder. Oh, but when you're playing with Nerf, more or less, this is more of a cosplay prop with the functionality of it. So definitely not something you would take into an actual Nerf fight. But let's do a size comparison real fast. So you guys remember the Diva pistol? This thing was about a foot without the little like attachment. All right. Next, well, the Mcree pistol is measuring at, let's see here. Let's see. Just about 15 inches, which is definitely a little bigger than the Diva pistol. Again, makes sense. I guess let's do a size comparison. We brought the old handy dandy Fire Strike. Looks like, yeah, it is definitely 2.5 times the mass of the Fire Strike. Now, we're not going to bring the Hera as a size comparison this time, just because I don't have a whole lot of room to work with, but I brought along other staples of the Nerf family to do a size comparison. Next, we have the Recon Mark II, which is actually nice, trusty, whatchamacallit, back handle priming spring blaster, and it is definitely a solid blaster to work with in the Modus line. It's got all the Modus attachments, but we're not going to talk about that. This is about this guy. Now, it's gonna definitely be around that same size actually. The weight wise though, this is definitely heavier, just because it's definitely got a lot more thicker plastic, and this plastic is definitely really nice and dense, versus this is definitely, you can definitely feel if you have a Recon Mark II, it's going to be a lot thinner, a little easier to carry for smaller kids, and of course the resistance when you prime via spring is not as strong. So any kid can pull this, but definitely have some trouble with this one. So parents who, if you're getting this blaster for kids, I would highly recommend you assist them if you are getting them. Now, the recommended age is 14 up for all rival blasters, so I guess that makes sense. The rivals are tailored to a more mature, more mature, like teenage market. All right, and one more size comparison. One last staple, and actually, this is actually still one of my favorite designs, because it's based off of I think it's the MTAR in real life. If you know your weapons, this is the Ravenfire. The Ravenfire is definitely a little bigger, and of course, this is without the magazine. As you can tell, even like this is supposed to be a SMG, in the Nerf world, but this is, as you can see, you can't really call this a pistol anymore. This is a hand cannon, no doubts about it. And they're literally around the same mass in terms of like the amount of space they take up. All right, moving on. All right, overall, how do I feel about this? I do like it. It is definitely a really cool weapon, like overall. I would say because I like to go to cons, I definitely would use this like for a Mcree cosplay. Although for Mcree cosplayers, I would recommend probably repainting and try to hide this rival logo, even though you can't really see it from far away. It, like when you do those photo shoots, people are gonna notice that if they look close enough. I definitely keep the Overwatch franchise though. That kind of makes sense. Yeah. Now weight wise, like to hold it, it definitely is front heavy. So that's why like some kids may actually hold it like this, like a freaking like a little hand cannon, as I said. Just because like it just feels like the entire like mechanism or the bulk of the mechanism is in here rather than back here. This literally is just an empty place to put an empty chamber in. But I guess definitely have some disappointments. It's only a single shot cannon. It's not what a revolver does. It doesn't like, you don't have multiple chambers to have your shots be able to be rotated through. So I was kind of hoping that was it. Then again, I did go in. Basically, I did not watch any review videos of it, or even the prototype videos of it when they were at BlizzCon. I kind of skimmed over that because, like, you know what? I'm going to get them regardless. I just want to get my own feel for it. All right, guys, let's get to that fire test. So, to try and not lose more darts, we're going to go ahead and shoot at that trash bag. Because we always love to, how should I say this? Destroy garbage. All right, open up. Again, allow resistance. Opens up and primes open. The chamber is set. Put it in. I have a mad idea later on. All right. Obviously, I'm a terrible McCree. I wonder if I lost that one. Alright, let's actually try and aim this time. Obviously not. But I just had a mad thought. When I opened it and put it in, I just realized this chamber might fit multiples. I wonder. Alright. I don't know if this is recommended, but I put all 3 in there. Let's see what happens. Let's try and high noon an entire, half a team. Yeah, that didn't work out as well, but hey, well, I guess kind of wrong. You can put multiple shots in this, but with a slightly reduced performance. There you have it. All right. Well, I hope overall though, I don't generally like to give scores, but I will say that it is definitely great for cosplay. Definitely not for the people who are looking for a sort of performance Nerf experience. Great though to take to costume parties, conventions. It's got the orange tips, so you're not going to be looked at funny and all that. Now, actually, I did just not pick up any of the micros right away. I may actually buy the last 2 micro shots from Torbjorn and oh boy, who was the other character? And Tracer, sorry, and Tracer. I will pick them up and I'll do like a mini unboxing video of those as well. And that's it to it. Now regarding the Reaper shotguns, I may not get those. It is a whopping $130 for those versus this guy being $40. So it's definitely within my budget. Still costs a lot in terms of Nerf. $130 is a lot to dump into. But that's totally up to you. Then again, we'll see what happens. If I do get it, I'll definitely make an unboxing video of that. We're definitely going to have to move tables though, and I may need to get a tripod to set them up over there so that you guys can see the entire thing in its glory, because those things are huge. Plus mask. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful day. Happy New Year, and guys stay safe and happy nerfing.